Today we are, God only knows where, in the middle of somewhere in Minnesota.
All I know is that we're like 15 minutes away from a Dairy Queen with emus in the backyard. So that's like painting a picture.
I assume north. I think we went north by a lake in the woods.
We are on a delightful camping trip.
Hi, I'm Steven, otherwise known as StevenBe.
We are here today for a team building exercise because for some reason, camping would bring all of us together.
Steven's been gone on tour for like a month now, and we've all been sort of operating independently of him. So I think he wants to just draw us all together and have a shared experience.
We gotta reconnect, refocus, and get to know each other a little bit better in the wilderness.
We came here on a glamping trip. It was supposed to be a camping trip, but Steven and I said the only way that we're going outdoors if it's GL instead of the C.
Glamping somehow puts a glamorous edge on it, and I can bring all my favorite things. And I thought if I'm glamping, I'll just take out the jewelry part, because that would make it more casual.
We're bonding together outside, like humidity on my skin.
Team building, we're also good at that.
I'm still trying to figure out what team means to Steven. I think that means like entourage.
What the hell? Where's the staff?
So we're in this like cabin in the woods, which is just like the horror movie. Since when do you have friends that live out here?
I don't know, they said it was a chalet. There's your room, Jer, look.
It's a chicken coop.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that the surroundings go with my glamping concept.
Steven apparently knows somebody. He had this key on loan.
We walked up to the door and it was locked.
Well, okay. There's a key issue.
There's no key.
Steven was supposed to have the keys to the cabin. He did not have the keys to the cabin.
Why would he know where the key is? That would be crazy.
Okay, let's assume there was a key.
Apparently, he was hiding somewhere in the multitude of items that Steven packed for this journey.
If I had to estimate, it would not shock me to find out that they had brought like 15 different outfits for one night.
I started putting luggage in 2 days ago, so
Steven, you've got like 12 bags.
it could be
Bag.
it could be somewhere.
You have like 4 bags inside of that bag.
What does it look like?
Oh, look, there's my lunch I brought.
Where'd my damn dog go? This is my dog, Macy, and I haven't seen her in a while because she lives at my mom's house, but she's my dog, and I fly so much and can't take care of a pet, really, so my mom has her on loan, so I'm really happy to have her camping, glamping with us this weekend. Bye, Macy. She's a feisty one. What's in that garage thing?
So gross.
Oh, go open that door on the side. Oh my gosh.
We got to get in that place, so I'm not sleeping in a tent.
So I go in search of the key. If it's in the car, I will find it.
The Stevens filled Steven Berg's vehicle.
And a fur beret.
I'd have to say they overpacked for a one-night camping trip.
That's a camping staple. Decor. Who needs peacock feathers? Who needs bucket hats filled with hair? I mean, who brings that camping? Bridget, we have a problem.
So we were in the garage looking for all kinds of stuff, and Steven was just distracted by something, like always.
Where's my clothing rack?
Catch. Oh! So Bridget was to the rescue, and she found a tent. Multiple tents for us. So that was good, because I was planning on sleeping in the car. So that's a step up, I think. Tents.
Bridget was marvelous. Total surprise. Apparently she's been camping like all the time. She even owns stuff and brought it just in case. Thank God she did, because she saved the day.
I would have loved to go home, but apparently Bridget said we had everything we needed to just stay, so we just stayed.
We had a little bit of a race setting up the tents.
Just a suggestion, but you're setting it up in the sun.
You realize the sun goes down, right?
I was easily the best at putting up tents. Well, it depends on, okay, because there's some debate on this. Now, Bridget had the biggest tent, which is impressive and worth note, but I was the quickest draw on the tent. So I guess it really is a bigger tent more important than, being able to use your tent fastest. I'll leave that up to the experts to decide, though. And then, of course, Jeremy, he clearly lost.
Bridget, I don't know how to work mine.
You'll be fine.
As it turns out, Jeremy had a lot of trouble pitching his tent. He needed a hand in pitching a tent. But he got it. God love him. It was the smallest tent.
Pitching the smallest tent is a hard thing for any man to deal with.
Mine is compact and efficient.
In Oklahoma, we have like square tarps that you just put poles in, and that's a tent. And these tents had like shapes and V's, and it was like pitching a Sydney Opera House. It like didn't look like anything I've ever seen.
Well, of course, the biggest tent was pitched not by, but for Steven.
It was the biggest because he had people do it for him, and whatever he has done is big.
You have all basically been thrown out of a plane already. Let's not freak out over some stairs.
After we pitched the tents, we went boating.
We found the keys to the boat in the garage and decided to spend the afternoon on the lake, getting some breezes, getting some tan lines.
Steven and I had coordinating crochet swimming shorts.
Mine's a ripple stitch.
Are those your captain pants for driving the boat that you're not doing? Steven, I can take over.
Okay.
Tunic, the left glove on the front.
And you guys going swimming?
Oh, no.
Suit yourself. Oh my gosh, I almost lost my shorts.
I thought his crochet shorts were going to get to experience the bottom of the lake.
It's hard. These crochet swim shorts are dragging me down. Steven went fishing.
Well, I'm gonna fish where they can see me. I had lessons recently. Steven's brother. No, his little niece, his 6-year-old niece.
I was impressed to see him step up to the plate, and his casting wasn't half bad.
I used to go fishing with my brothers when I was little, and one of them got a hook in his chest. So I was sitting there in the same position as my brother and just praying to those mohair gods that I didn't become the bait to Steven's hook.
Steven did not catch any fish, but damn it, he tried.
Look at it.
The boat got back to the dock in a very terrifying manner.
We were driving back to shore, and I don't have a license to drive a car or boat, but I have a license to knit, self-declared, and I handed it over to Bridget. I taught her the ropes.
We taught Bridget how to drive a boat.
There's a wheel and a nozzle knob. Push up means like high heavens, like flying up to sky.
I don't drive. I don't drive boats, I don't drive cars. I've driven a go-kart, that was pretty rad.
Bridget doesn't know how to drive, I think, a bicycle. I've never seen her on one, at least. She can ride a bus. I've seen her do that. I've certainly seen her ride in my car many times and complain about my driving.
We had a lovely teamwork experience in getting back to the dock. Stephen West helped me steer. Michael helped me with the throttle. And I almost probably could have just sat back in that chair and just enjoyed the men being manly.
Look at it, it's on empty.
Okay, it's off. We're off.
We're gonna hit that metal thing and go crap.
It was a very nice change to be out on the boat as opposed to being in the store and the stress and the nonsense that we deal with every day.
It was very helpful to calm down and just sort of let everything click back into place.
When me and Bridget came up the steps, I saw Steven walking out of the cabin. When I saw Steven walking out of the cabin, I couldn't help but remember we don't have access to the cabin. The cabin is locked and has been for this whole time. I can only assume that either Steven had the key the entire time to torture us and then call that team building, or that he found it in one of his many outfits that he had planned to wear throughout the day.
Turns out the key was in his pocket the whole time.
Where was the key?
In my new suit pocket. Do you love it?
Oh.
I do, but I do.
Could you take the tag off?
Yeah, so Steven saved the day, but he should have saved us at the beginning.
I'd like to think that I did it subconsciously, wickedly not. But it was in my pocket, so maybe I meant to be a little challenging for the team to see how they behave.
It was annoying at first that Steven finally found the key, but he looked so good and it like put everyone in like high spirits. So we decided to hang outside some more, have some s'mores together by the fire. And we had great outfits for that, so.
I think that team building today was a success.
Who wants a beer?
As the day went on, I realized that Bridget knew what she was doing. She's got an inner outdoors woman, I can handle it kind of thing going on, and that's gonna get us through any situation in the business, right? Then there's Michael. Michael still was sarcastic, I have to say. Give him a whiskey flask and you don't know what's gonna happen.
I think that today has brought us certainly nearer together, and we've had to do the same things. So in that way, yeah, we're closer, you know, in proximity, arguably too close, pretty super close. I mean, they're right there. That's pretty close. I'd normally be home now, but instead I'm close to them. So yeah, this all brought us real close together.
We reconnected, or maybe we just connected on a different level.
Emotionally, it brought us like a little closer together, I think. But I think we need like, no, I was gonna say, I think we need like 10 more glamping trips to go, but we do not need that.
So next time team building, I think perhaps, I don't know, a resort, a spa. We could all get massages at the same time and then discuss the world.
Life with Steven means you always experience some sort of dramatics.
Speed it up.
But at the end of the day, as long as you can burn it all down, you're good.
Why didn't Jeremy come? Do we have a story for that?
We don't have a story for that. Jeremy did not come on the boat because Jeremy is terrified of boats and very afraid of fish. And he can't stand on boats. Jeremy cannot stand on boats because he has some inner ear infection. I think it's vertigo, that if it's rocking even slightly, he falls. And so he would have fallen into the water, and Jeremy does not know how to swim. And also, I'm pretty sure there weren't any life jackets on the boat. So we would have lost Jeremy if Jeremy had been on the boat.